In the small village of Riverview, with its winding cobblestone streets and calm river, there was an old oak tree in the backyard of the Rajesh family. This tree had seen many generations of their family, through happy times and sad times. One summer afternoon, as the sun began to set and cast a warm, golden light, 15-year-old Sarah sat by the oak tree. She was feeling the pressures of growing up and often used the oak tree as her special place to draw an escape from her worries. Recently, Sarah had noticed that her parents, Rajesh and Ramya, seemed distant. Dinner conversations had become short and awkward, filled only with the sound of clinking cutlery. Sarah felt something was wrong, but no one talked about it. While Sarah was sketching, her younger brother, Shyam, who was 10, ran up to her. He was full of energy and excitement, carrying a small wooden box that was worn from being handled for years. "Sarah, look what I found," Shyam said, his eyes shining with excitement. He opened the box to show her old photographs that had turned yellow with age. Sarah looked at the photos. They showed their parents as children, playing in the same yard where they now lived. One photo, in particular, caught her eye, a young Rajesh and Ramya holding hands under the oak tree, looking very happy. Shyam asked, "Why don't mom and dad talk much anymore?" Sarah put her sketchbook aside and replied, "I'm not sure, Shyam. Maybe they're just busy." Shyam shook his head. "It's not just that. They're different." Sarah realized Shyam was right. She had also noticed the distance between her parents but had been too focused on her own problems to understand it. She now thought that her parents might be dealing with something difficult that they couldn't talk about. Wanting to help, Sarah decided to do something. She gathered Shyam and some board games and went to the family living room. "Mom, Dad," Sarah said nervously, "we're going to have a game night. It's been a while since we all did something fun together." Rajesh and Ramya looked surprised. They had been wrapped up in their own issues but were touched by their children's effort to bring the family together. They joined the game night, and soon the room was filled with laughter and fun. As the night went on, the tension started to ease. Rajesh and Ramya began sharing stories from their past, talking about their childhood and the early days of their marriage. It became clear that their problems were part of life's journey, and they needed to face them together. Later that night, after the games were over and the house was quiet, Sarah found her parents sitting by the oak tree, holding hands. She went up to them and said softly, "I understand now. We all have struggles, but we need to face them together." Rajesh and Ramya looked at each other and then at Sarah, feeling grateful. They realized that despite their differences, their family bond was still strong. The oak tree, a symbol of strength, had witnessed their family's unity and growth. As Sarah sat with them, she felt hopeful. The old oak tree had seen many family moments, and that night it had seen their healing. With a promise to support each other, Rajesh and Ramya hugged, feeling lighter and more connected. Under the moonlight, the ancient oak tree stood tall, its branches offering protection. The family found comfort in knowing that together, they could handle anything that came their way.